Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Angel and we're back with another video. So today's gonna be Vlogmas day 10. We're almost there, getting closer to day 25. And I'm trying to make sure I get out good content for you guys. So I've been trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I thought of some things just because I do work on a weekday. So I've been trying to do like the big things that I think are, super vlog worthy on weekends, like I just did this past weekend. So I've been trying to do those on the weekend and try to do like normal gift guides and everything like that, just regular little videos I can sit at the house and talk to you guys on a weekday. So today we're gonna be doing, as you guys could read this, how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do my top 5 Christmas movies. And I'm really just going to be talking a little bit about them. I'm going to tell you guys what they are. So this is going to be kind of fast. I don't want to ramble too much, but I'm going to kind of pretty much just explain to you guys and break down to you guys what the movies are. Because I know some of these you probably should know and some of these you won't. So let's get right into the video. So the first thing we're going to be talking about today is Home Alone. So this is a trilogy. This has 3 different movies and they also have remakes to it. So the 3 what I'm going to be talking about are the ones with Macaulay Culkin in it. And I just said this number 1 because I could watch this throughout the whole year. This is one of my favorites that I can always watch every single time when I just don't have nothing to watch. Like I said, I'll put it on any time of the year. It's about a little kid that got left home alone. And each movie was something different. And I like that. I'm just like, they came up with their big one. And I like how, it's still like a family-oriented movie. You could watch it with your kids. You could watch it with your mom. Just watch it with your whole family. And that's something that I do. You are trying to have like a family movie night. That'll be something really good to put on. And put on all of them. I even like the remakes to them. What I like when it comes to movies, I love for a movie to have a good storyline. And I feel like their storyline is amazing. You have a kid that's misunderstood in a family. He has a very big family. And the dad is rich. He has a big house. So they normally go out of town every year around Christmas time. And having a big family trying to pay for plane tickets and everything now all costs, right? I know people out here in the world have forgotten people before. I personally been forgot about when I was younger. And when you just thinking you have something on your mind. So I know it's bad. And I know people gonna be like, how do you forget your kids? I get that. But when you literally have that many people and you're trying to get on the plane, I'm sure it's that hard. But I just love the concept of the movie. And I feel like it's really cute that the mom tried to get back to her kid. She's like, She want to get back home to her baby. And that's the little baby. So, of course, and it's crazy because you're going to be like, how do you forget a kid? And I get that. And then the second one, I think this is when he got lost in New York. So he took the wrong plane. And they went on a whole different plane and they had to kind of get back. But y'all know around the holiday time and especially up there, it's super cold. So it'd be a lot of stuff going on with them airplanes. And you got 2 villains in the movie trying to hurt him all the time. And I love the first one when he made those little booby traps for them. So I don't know. Like I said, one of my favorite movies since I've been a kid. I still to this day love it. Pretty sure a lot of us done seen that movie. Because if you haven't, where have you been? Have you been living under a rock? And Macaulay Culkin, I hope, because I know now that he has a kid with Brenda Song, if you guys didn't know from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, he's married to her and they have a little kid. I hope he bring this movie back and I hope he has his son and he's still in there and he does the same thing. I feel like that would be a super cute movie. But one thing I know when it comes to remakes, it sucks. How could you mess that movie up? But it can happen. So we can't even talk about that. But let's go to the next movie. So the next movie we'll be talking about is The Grinch. The Grinch, I'm talking about the first one out of the cartoon. I'm talking about the one with Jim Carrey in it. One of the best movies ever. And y'all want to know why? One thing about Jim Carrey, and he's getting older, so it's so bittersweet to talk about it. I know when you're growing up, you forget that people are human and we do grow up, we get old. That's what we're supposed to do. So seeing him, I loved his movies back in the day. This man played the heck out of his roles and he makes a funny movie. So when it comes to the Grinch, you get your laughs in there. You feel bad. You feel bad for him. I feel like I more so relate to the Grinch because I always see myself as very different from a lot of different people. And I know a lot of people be like, what do you mean by that? I just always have felt different from everybody, whether it's in a friend group, whether it's in a family. I just always knew that I was different from everybody else. And I never felt like, you know, you don't feel like you belong. So I kind of could understand what the Grinch was coming from, and when you're different, when you're a different skin tone and everything like that, people judge you and they don't like you for it. But why do we like, as you guys can see, I got the Grinch in the back. That's why I'm saying I love the Grinch. I got Grinch pajamas. I love it. So I understand him. One thing about it, like I said, when people sense you as different, they call you weird for that, just because you're a little different from them. Just because I don't like the same things y'all do or do what y'all do don't mean I'm weirdo. And one thing I like to embrace now is being different and being weird. Because if you call me weird for liking something that I like, I feel like that's weird. But it is what it is. I'll take the weirdo. I've been a weirdo since I've been a little kid, and I'm okay with it. One thing about people, they like to bring you down when it's something that you like. And I've always been talked about since I've been a kid. So like I said, I understood what the Grinch was going through. And one thing about kids, they're very mean, and people are very mean, and they like to talk about you and say things to belittle you and make you feel some type of way. But what you gotta do is you have to have thick skin. So as the years progressed, I just had to learn to get it. So whatever people call me, I'm like, I accept it. If you think that I'm the worst person that I could ever be, and then it is what it is. And that's how you have to kind of look at things. So it taught me that. It taught me to just be myself no matter what somebody else feel about me. And to just, you know, because one day people are going to come around and everybody's going to love you. And you're still going to have your haters, but you just can't let that get you down for real. For like, people will literally treat you bad, and you'll like, okay, you'll go somewhere and you'll go far away, and then people will still talk about you when you're gone. That's literally what he did. He went and moved to the highest mountain and in the snow. Because I'm just saying, y'all treated him so bad for being who he is. Y'all laughed at him and picked on him. What do you expect somebody to do? So I feel like he was a villain, right? But people don't understand villains are made. Talk to certain people, you just get to hear and see why they are who they are. And like I said, that's what I understand more so about him, because I can relate to all this. I am a villain in people's stories, and I feel like they don't understand that people make villains. So what you do to people kind of will stay with people, and that will indeed change a person. So they're not going to, of course, be the same person. Sometimes you have to look at your actions and how you treat a person to see, oh yeah, this is why they are who they are. And people don't do that. They don't put themselves in your shoes. They don't see what you feel like, but they only care about themselves. So they're like, okay, he's this way. He was made this way, but oh, I forgot that I talked about this person. Oh, I forgot I did this to this person. I forgot I put my foot down on this person or whatever, right? So then, of course, they're like, okay, all that just, it goes away out their head somehow. It's not in their mind. They don't think about that. All they see is who you are and how you act, and they're just like, yeah, that's you. So, like I said, I can relate on a lot of different levels. So that is what it is. That's why I think I really do like the movie. And I feel like I've been going through that ever since I've been a kid. So I've always been misunderstood, and nobody ever cares to hear my side out. So that's probably why I like the movie so much. Like I tell you, I've been going through this since I've been a child, and it's crazy to say that, but I just love the Grinch. Like I said, it's funny. I can relate. What else? It's just a good movie overall. I love how the people look. They did their big one on how they made them. And Martha, is it Martha Who-Mayweather? How you say it? Martha Mayweather? I forgot. Who? It's something with who. Everybody got a who in their name, right? So I just loved her style. Like, I want to be her. And it's given that, like, she lives a life. She's super pretty. She loves pretty things, and that's who I am, and I want to be her one day. If I did have a green boyfriend out here, I wouldn't even care. I like what I like, and I don't like what everybody like. I like weird. I like somebody that knows me. I like somebody that's like me. I never cared about what a person really looks like, for real. I just love their heart. And if I see your heart and everything, then I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's all I care. Because I want somebody with the same heart as mine. But you do still have to be attracted. So I just love how she fell for the Grinch. Because I feel like that's literally me and mine. We over here by ourselves, period. Let's go to the next movie. Okay, so I know y'all probably like, why you got all those at top 2? The next one we're gonna be talking about, I was supposed to really put this at 1, but I like what I like. I'm sorry. I do love the black movies. Don't get me wrong, but just because I'm black don't mean I'm gonna put a black movie at the top. But we're gonna talk about This Christmas. This Christmas was that movie. Not just because Breezy was in it, but just because it was a good movie. And again, we're going to talk about the concept of the movie and just what the movie was about. This can happen in real life. When you're growing up and you have families and everything, everybody seems to kind of go their separate ways. So it was just more so about trying to bring the family back together, but everybody got this going on, that going on. And it's kind of hard to, everybody could pretty much relate, because I know a lot of people have broken families. Everybody's not here for the holidays. So, okay, you got, in this movie, you have sisters going at it. They're with their partners. The partners are pretty much, some of them are good, some of them are horrible. And you have Chris Brown. He's a singer, but don't nobody know. All right, I don't know how the broken families start, but we have to kind of bring that back. And I like that in the end of it. They had one of the brothers, he went to jail, he was doing bad things, but you have to kind of get everybody back together and try to figure out the common ground. And people don't be understanding that when it comes to life. And I like how in the end they had the little big dance number. I think that was awesome. And I always just wanted to do that. Like, I don't know. One thing about I'm just like, I wish we could do stuff like that as a family. And I know it probably won't never happen, but it is what it is. And I know people be like, well, how are you going to fix it? Some things just can't be fixed. When you have like a broken family, it is the hardest to try to get everybody to come together and just be there. About just the gifts. And it's not more so about the family just coming together and spending time together anymore. Gifts. And I don't like that. I wish we could all like change that and just come together and spend a day together. Everybody come from wherever and meet into a common ground. We all eat dinner together. We all dance. We all talk. We all play music. And these last few Christmases haven't been Christmas, and I'm not gonna lie. So I feel like when I have my kids, I want to make it a thing to just really celebrate the holidays. Eat good. I want to play games. I want to dance. I want to sing. I want to laugh. I just want it to be about that. And that's what This Christmas did in the movie. They went through all of these different trials, but they came out in the end, and everybody came out closer. And my favorite scene in This Christmas was with that baby oil on the floor, because I will never forget that. And I tell you, I thought I was going to deal with a dude like him. I was like, I'm ready. Please try me, because I was going to do that. I promise y'all. You're going to have to reap what you sow. Next movie is The Holiday. And this one is with Cameron Diaz. And what is her name that played Rose? Kate Winslet, I think. Why I put this movie on there? It's called The Holiday, right? But it really waits to get to the holiday. So you're going to be kind of like, where's the Christmas theme when it comes to this movie? But one thing I can always tell you about this movie stuck with me. And I'm going to try to put this clip in there because I want you guys to see this clip. It is what she broke down and said. And I love what she said to Jack Black in this movie, because I was like, oh my gosh, she got it. Without me being able to just come out with the words properly, I feel like the girl got it. And it was just about how like when you are in a bad relationship and everything like this. I love that. Like, that's probably why I put this movie as top, because when she said that about being perfect for people and everything like this, I really felt that. I felt like when it comes to any relationship, people want you to be perfect, but you're not. They're going to not see that you have to work on certain things. And I feel like when you're with somebody or you're in a friendship or relationship, family person or whatever, you have to understand that this person isn't perfect. They're going to make mistakes, but we all should come together and try to work something out versus just saying it is what it is, drop it. And I feel like nobody know how to come together and talk. Let's see if I can find it, because I want to kind of talk what she really said.
But I actually know how you feel. I was, seeing someone. We work for the same newspaper. And then I found out that he was also seeing this other girl, Sarah, from the circulation department on the 19th floor. Turned out that he wasn't in love with me, like I thought. Understand feeling as small and as insignificant as humanly possible, and how it can actually ache in places that you didn't know you had inside you. And it doesn't matter how many new haircuts you get, or gyms you join, or how many glasses of Chardonnay you drink with your girlfriends, you still go to bed every night going over every detail and wonder what you did wrong or how you could have misunderstood. And how in the hell, for that brief moment, you could think that you were that happy. And sometimes you can even convince yourself that he'll see the light and show up at your door. And after all that, however long all that may be, you'll go somewhere new. And you'll meet people who make you feel worthwhile again. And little will finally come back. And all that fuzzy stuff, those years of your life that you wasted, that will eventually begin to fade.
I don't want to play too much of it, but y'all heard that, right? Very relatable. Like I said, y'all, I haven't really gotten to my story times I was supposed to get out yet, but I'm going to get out. I kind of went through like a little mini, because I'm saying mini, a little mini heartbreak before. So try watching that after you've been through the heartbreak, which is very bad. So when she was breaking that down, I didn't even know what this movie's about. This was literally the first time I seen the movie. It was after my heartbreak. And that part stuck with me for the longest. And y'all want to know why? Because we feel like after we go through a heartbreak, getting a new hairstyle and all this is going to make it better, which it does make you happy for a while, but promise you, when you go home still at night, you're going to still feel crappy, right? Yeah, so you're going to start feeling like that no matter what, and you're going to have to go through the heartbreak, but you're going to meet somebody new. And I feel like what people don't understand is when you meet that first wrong person, it kind of stops you from wanting to trust and everything and letting yourself love again. But because I do want to make segments too. I want to talk about this when it comes to, like, I want to do angel talks, because I know people going to be like, this is not one of those type of videos, but I'm just telling you guys how I feel like it's more so this movie really relates to me. Because I went through the same thing, and I went through the changing my hairstyles, trying to make myself this person, even though that is me, because I still do like nice things and I do love to change my hair. That is me, but I was doing that more so because I was going through what I was going through. When I tell y'all that 1 year span, I spent so much money just to try to have a new hairstyle every month or a couple of weeks. I was just going through. I was going through my pockets. I was changing my style. I was like, I want to be this person. I want to look like this every single day. I got to go out. I got to have my face beat. I got to do this. And then when you get with the right person, you don't have to do that no more. So when you pick your people, y'all need to pick them wisely, because it will literally mess you up. And I almost messed myself up out of a good relationship, because I was always like, I want this man. I want the toxic dude. And I didn't grow up till I had to realize that, no, I want peace. I want somebody to bring me peace. I want somebody to actually love me. I don't want to go through nothing toxic because I don't have to. I felt like I deserved the toxic dude. I didn't. And I don't know why. And I feel like that's sick for me to want that for myself. So I had to get out of that and change what I liked. So when you're going through all these different things, and when y'all didn't listen, if y'all didn't listen to the video, y'all need to really listen to what she's saying, because She broke it down like I said, and it's still some I think it's another minute on there that I didn't even play. But she was telling her friend that went through the same thing that pretty much she had went through at her law firm. She was dating this guy, and we 9 times out of 10 we be knowing if the person is good for us or not, but we still be like, oh, I don't want to be alone, not knowing that being alone is better than being with somebody that's bad for you because they end up messing you up internally. Why go through that when you could just wait till your person gets there and you actually see if the person is good for you or not? Like, people don't know, we sabotage ourselves a lot of the times versus that person, because it be us, and it don't be the person, it be us. And yeah, they did do their big one on us, but we allowed it. We didn't have to allow them in our life. You let who you want in your life. That person just didn't say, I'm going to stay here, I'm going to be here. Like, you allowed it, because you allowed them to come into your life. So she basically was just saying, like, you are going to change yourself. You're going to see yourself as different, and not knowing that it's going to get better. It's going to always be light at the end of the tunnel if you allow it to be. And you're going to get out your funk. And I had to wait a couple of years after I went through that heartbreak to find out who I was. It wasn't the next year. It wasn't the next month. I had to wait years. And I am now in a healthy relationship. I'm not sad anymore. So that's what I'm happy about. I have always been like a therapist for my friends, I feel, when they needed to talk and they needed me to hold their head up, because it is hard. Let me tell you, one thing about a heartbreak, this is the hardest thing you could get through other than like a death or anything. And it does have to kind of make you strong. And I feel like going through what I went through made me stronger. And I know people when I tell the story, they're probably going to downplay it, because me and him wasn't together, but we were supposed to be. And I just realized, like, okay, it was just the whole dragging you on. And they will drag you now if you let them. And I had to put my foot down, and I had to say, no, this is not what I want. I don't want this life. I had to go after the life that I did want. And for a long time, I found out who I really was when I was single. And I was like, I'm better. And that's what you have to do. You have to go through those few rough months after a breakup, and then come out a different person in the end. And I love who I am now versus who I used to be. And like I said, I always say this, you got to give yourself grace. I give myself so much grace. I'm still doing it to this day. And I'm looking at who I want to be. I'm not who I want to be yet. I'm still working on me. And I can gladly say that, because I do have a lot of things I do need to work on. And that's literally what it is. You have to be real with yourself. And one thing I am is I'm a real person, and I say what I mean what I say. So anything that come out of my mouth is going to always be real, especially on video. And the last thing we're going to talk about, because I said top 5, so we're only going to do 5. We're going to talk about this movie. Now, this is one of my favorite movies growing up, and it is called The Unaccompanied Minors. I know y'all like, what kind of name is that? A lot of people don't know this. This is one of those movies that I don't know how I ran into one day, but it literally just came to me out of nowhere. Just turned it on. I'm like, why is it? I was finna turn it because of the name. Not gonna lie. The name was kind of threw me off. But I sat there and I watched it. And it's a kiddie movie, but I feel like it's still a family movie you could watch. And it is something good for your kids. So in this movie, what happened in this one, you have I think it's 4 or 5 kids. I think it's 5 though, but I'm gonna just say 4 or 5 kids. And again, it's another one of those movies where they're trying to go to the airport and they're going somewhere for Christmas. But what happened was it's like it was a bad snowstorm. So y'all know when it's snowing really bad, or if it's storming really bad, you can't really go nowhere on an airplane. So they all pretty much got stuck at the airport. But they had a section where they put kids at, and they locked the room down because they don't want the kids to get out. So it was kind of like it brought me back to a Breakfast Club kind of movie. So y'all know how the little kids was in that little room for detention. That's pretty much what happened in this movie. But it was a lot of kids because, of course, it's a lot of different kids. The 4 or 5 kids that I'm talking about end up breaking out because they didn't want to sit there. They wanted to do something fun, and they basically just broke out, ran through the airport, and had a great time. They was having fun doing different things. They was still into that. And you know how some movies you be like, dang, like if y'all ever seen Grown Ups, and they had the best summers ever got the Adam Sandler movie, I'm just like, I want to do that. And it's so bad that now everybody don't know how to come together and do fun stuff. Because when I literally go out of town, that's pretty much what I'll be looking forward to doing. I'll be wanting to have a great time. I want to bring different people. I want to bring fun people. And I've never met a group of fun, lit people. And I'm mad at that. I find weirdos. This movie pretty much did that. They had fun. And that's all I wanted to do. As a child, especially, because they were kids. If one of them found love, one of the couples found love, I'm just like, why would it take me so long? But yeah, it's just so funny. But those are my top 5 favorite movies. I have so many movies that I could talk about all day. And I know this is probably a long video. I said it's only short. I'm going to try to cut it as, short as possible. But that's it. I'll see you guys in tomorrow Vlogmas Day 11. And y'all have a good one. Before y'all go, y'all already know what to do. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment some videos you guys would want to see before Vlogmas ends. I know I still have one that I need to do. And that's all for this video, guys. Bye.